Banger after banger.
You're rocking with the best.
Okay, so watching the show, I had this whole thing planned and figured out and organized how I was going to do it. I was going to break it down match by match, from top to bottom, beginning to end. But a couple things happened on the show. One thing that we definitely knew for sure was going to happen, and another thing that people kind of speculated on. There was rumors, there was memes, there was all types of things going on, but we weren't too sure about. So late breaking news, man. CM Punk is officially back in the World Wrestling Federation. So let's just break this down from jump, alright? So this is your review for Survivor Series WARGAMES, alright? And the big story of the night was, okay, it's the men's WARGAMES match. Everyone's here, but where's Randy? Where's Randy? That's the big story of the whole show. Where's Randy, man? I tried calling him. He's not answering. He's not in the arena. Judgment Day is like, yeah, I heard he's not here. He's not here, man. We're going to whoop Team Cody's ass and blah, blah, blah. So then the actual WARGAMES match happens, and it's clear that the Judgment Day with Drew has the advantage. It's 5-on-4, and the men's WARGAME was actually really fun. Me personally, I like the women's match a little bit better, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But the WARGAMES match happens, man. You have the whole story of Drew and Damian Priest not getting along. They're staring at each other like they just love each other very much. Drew looking like the world's biggest hater when it comes to Jey Uso. Jey Uso hyping up Chicago, man. That was a pretty cool shot. And for the most part, man, Judgment Day pretty much had the match won. They were laying the beat down on Team Cody, and there was even one spot towards the end of the match where Rhea Ripley came out, and it looked like Damian was gonna cash in on Seth Rollins because they had put Seth through a table, they had hit him with choke slams and coup de grace and frog splashes and all types of things. So it looked like the plan was for Damian Priest to capitalize on the fact that he has this man locked in the WARGAMES cage. He was going to capitalize and become possibly the new World Heavyweight Champion. But then Randy Orton comes out to make the save to the surprise of nobody. But it was good to see Randy Orton back. And he got a huge pop. I mean, Randy is looking good, man. He's looking jacked. He's looking like he's just ready and just back. And he's hitting all his vintage Orton's moves, clotheslines and power slams and draping DDTs. And he hit a RKO out of nowhere. And there was even one spot where it looked like Randy was going to hit an RKO on Jey. And Jey was going, oh, man, be cool, man, be cool. And then Jey hit one of the members of Judgment Day with a super kick. Randy hit down with the RKO. And then at the end of the match, it looked like McDonagh was trying to escape the ring. But I think it was Seth and Sami. They threw him off the top of the cage. And Randy hit him with a dope ass RKO. Cody hit the crossroads on Damian Priest, and they won the match. And everyone's celebrating. Jay's kind of looking suspicious still of Randy, but they're all looking like a team. The power of friendship overcomes everything. They won the match, and it's looking like the show is getting ready to come to an end. They got the little graphic at the end. They're celebrating. They're getting ready for the press conference after the show, and then Cult of Damn Personality starts playing, and I'm like, nah, there is no way that CM Punk is about to come out. This has got to be like a troll job. That WWE, y'all are going to hell. Oh my God, he's actually here. CM Punk actually showed up at the end of WARGAMES, at the end of Survivor Series, and I'm like, after all these reports and rumors that WWE had no interest in CM Punk, there were no talks between WWE and CM Punk. There's no chance of him coming back. And some people were thinking he is coming back, and some people were thinking no, he's not. And it was just this huge discourse online whether or not CM Punk was returning or not. And it turned out to be the case. CM Punk is officially back in the WWE. WWE. And the whole time I'm watching this, I'm sitting there with my hand on my head with my mouth wide open because I can't believe what I've just seen. This man was beating up Jungle Boy before his match with Samoa Joe a couple months ago. And now he's back in WWE. Like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. And that was an amazing end to Survivor Series War Games in Chicago. But as far as the rest of the show goes, it kicked off with the Women's War Games match. And like I said, I enjoyed the Women's War Games match a little bit more than the Men's War Games match. I mean, you had a little bit of everything. You had a great story going into it. You had Bianca and Charlotte and Shotzi. They were coming out. They have the matching pink and black on. And then Becky Lynch comes out. She's dressed in all black. She's just looking like a team player. The whole story is, can Becky and Charlotte coexist? And then you have Damage Control come out, and they're looking like a unit. They all have the matching Asuka masks on. They have the matching gear on. And Bayley, the story they told was Bayley was like the MVP of the War Games match. You even had Dakota Kai outside of the cage running interference. You know, she's throwing in kendo sticks and everything. And there was even one spot during the match where Kairi Sane comes out and she's skipping to the ring. It kind of reminded me of, you know, the Drew Hill "Tell Me What You Want" dance. So that was pretty funny. That popped me tremendously. And it looked like for a good chunk of the match, you know, Damage Control had the control over the baby faces. But once again, the power of friendship overcomes everything. Becky and Charlotte hug, you know, they reconcile, they come together as friends. The two of the four horsewomen come back together. Bianca Belair is beating everyone's ass with her braids and everything. Shotzi, she's going crazy. And this was a fun match. You even had Io Sky do the off the top of the cage trash can spot like she did in NXT. And I'm like, yo, these women are going hard. They're going crazy. And to my surprise, man, I actually had Damage Control winning the match, but the baby faces actually ended up getting the win. And, you know, they're celebrating, and, you know, it's looking like all is well. Bayley's the one ended up taking the pin from Becky Lynch off the top of the cage through the table. She got hit with I think it was a manhandle slam. So it's going to be interesting to see where this leads Bayley as far as the rest of the Damage Control, whether they go through and blame her for the loss. And it's going to be interesting to see if the rest of the Damage Control actually execute Order 66 on Bayley's ass and kick her out the group. Who knows? Who knows where we're going to see this. As far as the rest of the show, man, you had the Intercontinental Championship on the line as Gunther defended his title against The Miz. And going into this match, you know, you pretty much knew Gunther was going to win. But for what it was worth, this was actually a pretty solid match. I mean, that's no surprise because Gunther is really good. And The Miz, you know, even though it's The Miz and I don't really take him all too seriously, he's still a legend in his own right, man. During the match, they're listing off his accolades and how many times he's won the Intercontinental Championship. They even name dropped Chris Jericho and Ric Flair during the match. And, you know, it's like, you know, Miz, he's had a pretty nice career. But he was no match for the Ring General, who actually beat him. Speaking of Chris Jericho, Gunther actually beat this man with a lion tamer and made The Miz tap out. So Gunther is still your Intercontinental Champion, and there's no real telling as to who is going to beat this man for that title. I don't know. As for the match between Santos and Dragon Lee, outside of the War Games match, this was the match I was looking for the most. And these two men did not disappoint. Dragon Lee really got a good chance to showcase what he's about and his skill and everything. And Santos is one of the best heels in WWE going on today, because there was one point where Santos was trying to rip off Dragon Lee's mask and all Chicago was chanting, "Fuck you, Santos." And Santos looked like the happiest man on the face of the planet. He's drinking it in. He's drinking in all that heel heat, man. I'm really looking forward to Santos' run as a heel. Now, I can't lie to you. When it looked like they were going to turn Santos, I was kind of against this because I actually like Santos as a face, and I kind of forgot how good he was as a heel, you know, from his heel run in NXT. But he's actually showcasing why they made the right decision as they turned this man heel. Santos got the win. You know, he got a clean win. There was no Los Lotharios, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming pretty soon. And as far as the women's match, now, as far as the match quality goes between Rhea Ripley and Zoey Starks, the match quality was there, but the crowd wasn't really into it. They were hyped for Rhea Ripley, and respectfully to Zoey Starks, they really didn't care about Zoey Starks. Like, she's doing cool moves, she's doing a whole bunch of cool stuff in the ring, but they don't care. They were really more interested in Rhea Ripley. She got the superstar entrance, she's looking like a megastar. And, you know, it's gonna take some time as far as, you know, building up Zoey Stark, you know, because I feel like there's potential there, but you just got to give the people a reason to care about this woman. So, to the surprise of nobody, Rhea Ripley got the win. She's still your women's world champion, so good for her. Not so much good for the Judgment Day, who took that big fat L from Team Yeet. And as far as Survivor Series, the overall show, man, it was predictable. But what's my favorite thing to say? Predictability in wrestling is not always a bad thing. It's all about how you execute what your plan is. You know what I'm saying? You knew that Gunther was going to win, but the execution was good. Some people knew CM Punk was going to show up, and the execution was really good with that too. So, you know, Survivor Series definitely gets the honorary W, man. It was an overall fun show. Real fun. 5-match card, but I enjoyed it. You had Tozawa dancing with Chips. You had the New Day showing up in a Slim Jim car. What more can you ask for? Randy Orton's back. CM Punk's back. I love wrestling. But with that being said, man, what did you think of this pay-per-view premium live event, Survivor Series War Games? Did you enjoy it? Are you excited to see CM Punk back? Do you not care that CM Punk's back? Do you think he's gonna, you know, screw up again? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Be easy. I'm out. Peace.